Hello, beloved. I thank you so much for your time and I thank you so much for joining me on the Prophetic Vessel Show. This will be your message from God, Ra, Allah, Source, the Divine. I'm grateful for your time. To those whom are keen or interested in becoming members of my Patreon, on my Patreon, I offer weekly sign readings for $10 per month based on love as well as spiritual path. I also offer on my Patreon personal readings. For $50 per month, you get a personal reading from me every month based on love, spiritual path, career and finances, as well as ancestral messages. The link to my Patreon will be found in my description box below. You can also join my Patreon by typing what is on the screen via Google. Search it, and it'll lead you to my Patreon website. Without further ado, let us tap in and find out why were you spiritually led here? What is here for you, beloved? Why did you resonate with the title? And why did your own YouTube algorithm present you with this message? Let us tap in and talk to God, okay? We have the Knight of Cups here, okay? We do have Scorpio energy, Cancer energy, as well as Pisces energy. Clarify the Knight of Cups. We have the Knight of Pentacles. Okay, two knights here. And then we have the Two of Cups, 2-2. Okay. So with that being said, I do see that there's double Cancer energy, there's Taurus energy, Capricorn energy, and Virgo energy here. So what I'm seeing is there is a spiritual upgrade that you're undergoing, right? This spiritual upgrade is like from the inside to the outside type of energy. From the inside to the outside, right? So you being like God is laying his hand upon you in this way where your internal self is going to change for the better, and thus it will reflect on your external self, right? Where the beauty you hold within will begin to show itself outside, right? I do see here that this spiritual upgrade is going to create a lot of situations and experiences of your life where you're going to be attracting in a lot of people, right? Whether people of the past and just people within your present, like more compliments, more people wanting to pursue you, date you, and just overall more love energy with the Two of Cups, okay? The world is going to show you a lot more love within your reality, your life, okay, based on your experiences in your daily basis. It's like God is instilling a vibration, a frequency over you and over your life so that you attract that which is of that frequency, which is the frequency of love. Like This upgrade, the spiritual upgrade, is going to put you in a position of life where you're going to feel a little bit like the world revolves around you. I was going to say that we have the world. Okay, we have the world here. You're going to feel like the world revolves around you, or the universe chooses you, is in love with you. All right, you're going to feel favored, seen. Okay, it's like, let's say something happens in your day where you don't feel good. This energy that God has put over you is going to enable you to attract something that is going to change your state of being, from not being at your best mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually, to feeling like you are better, or to feeling like you are at your best, or to feeling like you are getting to that version of yourself. So life is not going to be beating you up or making you feel low down or low vibrational. It's like everything is aligning in such a way that you are attracting in this frequency based on your spiritual upgrade um, that God has bestowed upon your life. So we have Aquarius energy, Leo energy, we have double Taurus energy, and we also have double Scorpio energy as well. It's like you're going to be irresistible as well with the Five of Wands. Like, you're going to have people wanting to fight for your attention, or putting themselves in a state of being, or in a position where you see them, you hear them, or you hear of them, you know of them, because they want to experience you. You're going to be shining from afar. And so people are going to be fighting to get in your presence, or have you in their life, or to have certain access to your identity, right? Back to that energy where you're going to be feeling like the world revolves around you, or there's just so much favor and an energy of being seen, feeling seen. Okay, so God is validating you. Okay. Um, we have Aries energy. We have the Knights of Swords. Like, literally, you're gonna have people like fighting to be in your life, or fighting to have access to your energy, access to you, your presence in their life. Like, people might be, you might feel like, oh man, you're trying too hard, or you're doing too much, like, or just compliments left, right. You go somewhere and someone just can't stop staring at you, or it's just, there's a lot of love energy around you. People won't be able to help themselves as well, because you are of a certain frequency, you are aligned with a certain vibration of love, right? Those that no longer have access to you will be watching more than usual, or will be stalking, lurking more than usual. It's just like your presence is being amplified in a very high vibrational way, because it has to do with the frequency of love. Okay, so this is what God is doing. We have the Queen of Cups. Yeah, you'll be in a position where you'll be surprised. Somebody wants to, not all of a sudden they buying you a gift, or they want to take you out, or somebody showing up in your life in a manner that they've never shown up before, where they're so different and they want to give you so much of love, or show you so much love. There is that going on. It's like It's all around you. It's an energy that you have begun to vibrate on based on the frequency of love. And this is the hand that God has bestowed upon your life, because God has seen your struggles, your battles, internal battles, outside battles, mental battles, spiritual battles, physical battles, emotional battles. And this energy, this frequency, this vibration of love that He's tapping you into, and you are going to see it all over you, your reality, your world, your life. It's serving a purpose of healing. All right, like the star energy, you're going to is to heal you, right? So you're entering a chapter of healing, right? And this is how God is doing it, spiritually upgrading you so that you possess a certain presence in life, and you begin to attract all these things around you, all these experiences with people, places, things, right? So this is truly a blessing, because there are people that they do a lot. We live in a world where people do anything for attention, just to feel seen or be seen. People will embarrass themselves or humiliate themselves, degrade themselves, dehumanize themselves, or really act out of character or be someone else just to be seen, just to feel validated. And it hits different when God is the one validating you, because it comes in these type of forms, right? It comes in these type of ways, and you don't have to do all of that and be in that vibration frequency of being, as most people in life tend to people tend to be on that. You wonder why someone is just like trying so hard and making so much efforts to gain some form of eyes on them, or interest or attraction on them. It's because they don't feel seen, they don't feel validated, they don't have that same energy, vibration, and frequency of love within their life. So they can't attract those experiences. They have to manipulate their identity to create those experiences of love, or they have to manipulate people to create those experiences of love, or they have to illusionize themselves to be a certain way, or to act a certain way, to say certain things, just so they can have those experiences of love. It's really sad, right? That's why we need to have gratitude when we are this close to God, that God can offer us these things and these ways of being and these ways of living, because we can have all that we want in the world, but if you're not happy, you don't feel good, you don't live a life where you feel seen and heard and understood, it can destroy you from the inside and make everything on the outside look like it's meaningless or pointless, right? So God is fixing you inside by healing you, and it's going to show outside of you and everything around you, right? We have the Three of Swords here. Yeah. You've been through a lot, beloved. We have the Three of Swords to the Devil. You've been through a lot. A lot. To the point where, you need this. Like, you need God's work in this form in your life. Because I see that you've been through situations where if you were to speak about it, or if someone knows, they still can't believe you got past something, or it's just unbelievable how you are where you are despite what you've been through, or how you are the way you are despite what you've been through. We have the Six of Swords. Yeah, God wants to remove that energy of trauma, pain, heartbreak, loss, grief, anything that takes, or lack, right? Anything that takes away from your higher self, anything that takes away from your highest good, and anything that depletes you within the good that you possess in life. you know, God is removing it, putting you in a different reality, paradigm, dimension, and enabling you to be of love in a way that you attracted in the smallest things. It's like, let's say, an analogy, a reference point, a case study, an example. When I say the smallest things, it's like maybe you order something online, it comes same day, and it usually never does that. Or you order something online and the packaging has this nice heartwarming message that's handwritten, or just you go outside, right? Another analogy, a reference point, case study, an example. You go outside and you just experiencing the most beautiful things. Like the most you see things in the most beautiful way. Oh, this flower, or the sky is so blue, or the clouds are so they look so artistic, or this person's outfit is so cute. Like like, instead of the opposite experience, or the experience of not having love within yourself and your life, where everything is just so dark and gloomy and heavy, burdensome, anxiety and depression and misery and anger and bitterness and isolation. So God is removing you from that. God is healing you at this time, whether things seem to be a certain type of way or not. Just know that you're going through a spiritual upgrade, an ascension of healing. Okay, it's a spiritual thing that's happening to you. We have the Two of Wands, and then we have the Wheel of Fortune. We have a lot of good things to look forward to, beloved. Like, you have a lot of good things to look forward to. A lot of better days, better moods, better thoughts, better emotions. Okay, being in better spirits and having better things to um, experience, whether that be people, places, and things included. Right? You have a lot to look forward to. And I see that, as you stay on this path of healing that God has put you on, what you'll see on the other end of it is a version of yourself, or the version of yourself that you've always wanted to be, this being the highest version of your identity, your most high vibrational self, your most healed, your most happy, your most aligned self, right? So this is beautiful here. Um, we have the Seven of Pentacles. Yeah, this is God's work and justice energy. It's like, this is God's work, okay? This is God giving you what you deserve with justice being here. It's like, after all of that, you deserve this. So after dealing with that, you deserve this. It's like God's going to put you to rest, put your anxiety to rest, or your depression, your anger, your bitterness, anything of yours that is unhealed within you and within your life. It's going to be put to rest, or anyone, right? Because God is saying, at least once in your life, you need to experience some form of happiness. You need to have that in your memory bank, instead of thinking about all the trauma, the pain, the misery, the hurt, the heartbreak, right? You need to have at least some good stored within you. And God wants to give you so much good that it overwhelms the bad, or it makes the bad look quite miniature, small, and little, right? So stay on the path that you're on. Keep making the types of decisions and choices that you're making, because I see that it's all in alignment. Like it's all like in perfect alignment and unison here of where you're headed and what's ahead. What awaits you every day is another chance to heal, another chance to heal and be a better you for you and those around you you love and care about. Right? It's a journey. Healing is a journey. Like you can't put yourself in a situation where you place an expectation, oh, I should be healed by now. Why does this still trigger me? Why does that still hurt me? Why this? Why that? Don't question your own healing process. Sometimes I think we as people become so desensitized to our own trauma, pain, heartbreak, loss, grief, misery that we fail to even acknowledge and address how deeply it goes. And therefore, the deeper the wound, the longer the process of healing it. At least you've started, at least you're on the journey. We have the Queen of Pentacles here. Yeah, you've invested enough in yourself and God is investing in you, showing you that the work you've placed within yourself to try and be the best version of who you are. Everything else that you've done is what you could control, you had control over. Everything else is like spiritual, right? And God has to take care of everything else. Like you've consciously made decisions and choices to be a better version of yourself, to do better, think better, feel better. But there's things that are like deeply rooted within all of us that we just need the hand of God to reach within. We just need the hand of God to be the one to take away all of that and replace it with the new. And I see that God is doing just that for you. You've done your part, is what I'm seeing. You've done your part. Like everything else is beyond you. And prepare for new. A new you is what I'm seeing. The Empress, the Page of Wands, a new you. Okay? God says no more tears. Like, I swear, whenever you cry, if you've cried recently, it annoys God. Because God doesn't want you to experience that any longer. Okay? Thank you so much for joining me on the Prophetic Vessel Show. This was your message from God, Ra, Allah, Source, the Divine. I'm grateful for your time and I thank you so much for joining me on the Prophetic Vessel Show. To those whom are keen or interested in becoming members of my Patreon, on my Patreon, I do offer weekly sign readings for $10 per month based on love as well as spiritual path. I also offer on my Patreon personal readings for $50 per month. You get a personal reading from me every month based on love, spiritual path, career and finances, as well as ancestral messages. You'll find the link to my Patreon listed down in my description box below. You can also join my Patreon by typing what is on the screen via Google, search it, and it'll lead you to my Patreon website. I thank you all for everything, and I will see you all soon. Goodbye.